This week's episode of the Deckchair and Yumz podcast is brought to you by Rwanda and My Gang. Now, Connie, you know one of the biggest problems we have in the world right now, it's not the ongoing global pandemic or the war in Ukraine or Partygate or any of the things that the NHS falling apart or climate change. It's actually the fact that there's too many fucking people coming to the UK on dinghies with their children from war-torn nations, and it's a fucking disgrace. And send them away to fuck, says I. So if you agree with Boris Johnson, Priti Patel and me, get them away to fuck. Bastards coming over here with nothing, doing things to help people. Fucking, how dare they? Go to www.rwandabandmygang.co.uk.gov/Tory party/Jimmy Savile/Gary Litter. Fucking paedophile hiding bastards are fucking sending babies over to Africa. Play the intro. Yeah, what's up, motherfucker? Yeah, what's up, motherfuckers? Y'all very welcome back to another episode of the Deckchair and Yumz podcast with me, Mickey Barton, aka Deckchair, and him, Connor Keys, aka Yumz.
Baby.
I do hope that anybody who listened to that fake ad gets the satire in it and doesn't genuinely think that I want people sent to Rwanda. No. Or that I don't like Belfast Giants fans. So we're back. There
was a lot of slashes in that.
A lot of slashes, man. Yeah, well, there will be when they get to Rwanda. So they're like.
Oh, fuck. That's what started you mean to go on. You know what I'm saying?
World's falling apart, boys. It's not good. Not if I was in charge. Tell you what I'd do. Kill none of them. I'd say, get off that plane and join in. Help me kill these, man. I'd just be all, Mr. Johnson. I wouldn't know what's inside and I'm very tired today.
Here, speaking of falling apart, how are you?
Oh, not good.
So listen, we need to talk this through because we had a week gap last week.
Well, how do we week off last week?
Well, it wasn't a week off. It was it was a break for medicinal purposes.
It was a spiritual retreat for Mickey.
So let's start the start.
Right, start. June last year, I got psoriasis.
Is that how long it is?
It's been a year.
Is it
a year now in that wee flat? Yeah, it's when the first kicked off.
Fucking hell.
So for anybody who's been listening for the last year, you'll know that I am going through a terrible time with my hands and feet falling off at any given moment. Every time I fucking move too fast, I look like I'm trying to find a Noxuna moon. I'm like a one-man sandcastle competition. Do you know them wee fellas that makes like dogs out of sand at the shopping centres? I'm basically one of them come to life.
So sprinkle some magic water.
I'm just walking sawdust. I'm like Pinocchio's children.
You're a boy now, Mickey.
Pinocchio's come. Dusty Springfield. Oh, so yes, I've been going through a fucking rough time, obviously for the last year or so, roughly. Skin disorders, a lot of things, you know what I mean? Hey, take these tablets, use them steroids, use this steroids, try this here, do that there, stop smoking, fuck you. So all these different things, right?
I think our listeners have been battling along with this warrior, you know what I mean? If you're new to it, you would have caught up on it, but people who've been here from last June know the struggles.
Oh, Jesus.
Understand the struggles.
Yeah. Obviously, there was a time the poo fell on my leg. That was a bad day.
That was a bad day.
Having to wear Crocs day to day. The time the woman in the hospital sent me down to the pharmacy, the hospital woman, that was a bad one.
The dander.
The dander off. Having to wear gloves.
Yeah.
All the time. I've got some cool ones now. These are like cycling ones.
They're,
I wanted to wear my leather driving gloves, but
you walked in.
I felt I'd look a dick.
You walked in earlier on with a hoodie, and the first thing that came to my head was Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne.
Thanks very much, man. Appreciate that. I am trying to recapture
so young and so
yeah. I look like I should be in some 41.
You look like age 41. Never mind.
Fuck you. Do you not think my skin looks class after my fucking...
Your face definitely has cleared up an awful lot. Yeah.
See?
Yeah,
no.
Absolutely. So let's explain what is a miraculous...
Let me tell you what happened.
Cure.
Right. So, a few months ago...
Why did our listeners suffer with silence on their ears for a week?
I was contacted a few months ago by one of our lovely patrons, right? Whose name shall stay off the record, Connor.
Good.
Keeping this...
In case anything happens to you.
In case anything happens, but I don't want...
Tell me so I can claim it for your life insurance.
Yeah. So I got a message. Do you remember a few months back I had to wear actual cotton gloves? If you remember, it was the Mickey Mouse episode. I looked like a mime. Yeah.
How could one forget?
Yeah, I looked like I was in an episode of Itchy and Scratchy, but I was. There was only one character. So I got contacted by one of our good patrons just telling me about a thing he had done for psoriasis, a thing called Cambo.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'd never fucking heard of Cambo. I thought Cambo was how Scottish people refer to people called Campbell.
Yes.
All right, Cambo.
Yep.
Right. So he showed me before and after photos of his psoriasis.
Right.
Before when he had psoriasis and after when it was fucking gone.
Okay, and this was down to Campbell.
It's down to Cambo, right?
Not Dr. Campbell.
Not Dr. Cambo. Cambo therapy, it's called, right? So
C or a K?
K. K-I-M-B-O, K-I-M-B-O, K-I-M-B-O. I'm still got
Campbell
fucking
was his name,
psoriasis. So basically, our good friend and patron was like, "Listen, I'm fucking telling you, I don't know if that's how he talks. It's just,
please do the message in their
It's just how
accent.
I read it.
Do it in their accent, yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking telling you, hey, listen, you got fucking so wild pain having psoriasis, hey. I'm fucking telling you, man. I'm fucking sick of you taking me socks off, and it sounds like somebody's kicked a bag of quavers, hey." So
Smells like I'm doing.
So whoa, it's a chronic condition. That's not fair. All right, you don't see me making fun of you, you big fat fuck. So
I'm a byproduct of quivers. I think it's in my DNA.
your blood type now. So I looked into chemotherapy,
Right, okay.
and immediately went, "Fuck that!"
Right.
right.
And what did you see when you looked into it?
So it was. Well, first of all, the first thing when you Google it is some people have died doing this. I was like, not up for
okay,
it.
that should-
Not up for that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Okay. Don't mind having. I don't like having psoriasis, but I also like living.
It's a side effect you wouldn't
Do you know what I mean?
want to experience.
There's nothing I would want to being in a coffin and somebody carrying my coffin thinking, "Jesus, boys, this is like carrying kitty litter." So dry and dusty. Kitty litter, the mother of carrying glitter.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And he's like, "Oh, no, it's just Mickey."
I'm still fucking here. Rude. Right. So looked into it. Bit of an intense. It's I suppose you would. It's a physical, and sometimes emotional, and sometimes it's a spiritual detox.
Nice. Okay, right, yeah.
So.
Now, first of all, there's a lot to dissect there because
There's a lot to unpack.
there's a lot to detox. First of all,
Yeah. Let's talks about it. So, first I googled it, right? Talking to this guy, and I'm like,
all the search engines are available.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know, right? I don't know now, because this looks a wee bit mental. Because the first video I saw was a woman full blown shit in her pants, and I was like, I do know if it's a good idea for me to be shitting myself in front of people.
And let's
You
be
know what I
honest, you shouldn't really have to pay somebody to do that. You can do that yourself for free.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to have, you know what I mean? Obviously, I wasn't going to bring a full camera crew like the way she did, but
What? Why was she videoing herself shitting
she
herself?
was one of them fucking, you know, like, I'm here today in Milton Keynes to do camera
right,
therapy. Yeah, it's because I got anxiety in it, so I'm here in Milton Keynes to do the camera therapy.
Fucking no
Do them cunts?
Didn't know Mick Jagger did that fucking stuff.
Yeah, it's because I can't get no satisfaction.
He'd take anything I could.
Definitely wasn't Mick Jagger. That was a good, like, Stacey Solomon. Oh my God.
That's
Like,
a good Stacey Solomon.
I feel like I'm on Britain's Got Talent doing all my impressions now. Fuck off.
That's what I'm going to do all day, right? Do an impression. Do that.
So,
Because I can't do anything.
So basically, how this shit works, right? As far as I can tell, is, and people are going to laugh at me, right? And we've already got enough trouble for being fucking labelled anti-vaxxers, so this is not going to do us any favors. But I'll just
Where the fuck did that come out of?
because here's the
Oh,
crack.
fuck. I'm afraid to see what's next.
So basically, dermatology, right,
Uh-huh.
in the hospital, NHS, God bless them, right, put me on medication,
Right.
about 6 months ago, right. Now I'm not sure if I've gone into details about this, but the medication basically clearly hasn't fucking worked, right?
No.
One of the things they said about the meds was they were like, listen, if you're going to have kids, you have to let us know. And I'm like, why? And they were like, because this can form like fetal abnormalities. And I was like, well, two things I'm going to be worried about here. First of all, is how the fuck did I get pregnant? That's clearly
That's a bit of an abnormality in itself.
It clearly causes womb growth. So basically, it was not that I want kids or anything, but I like the option. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. You
I
don't
always
want-
look at having children as like going to a buffet. You go, I want sausage, but I also want a wee bit of grapefruit.
I said, you don't have to take it all.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it. So I've been on these meds for about 6 months. Was supposed to have regular checkups to check blood levels, liver function, all these different things, because it can cause all these different side effects. That hasn't been happening. Fuck you, Tories, right? So over the course of the few months, I kept going, fuck it, I'm going to book this thing. I'm going to book this Cambo stuff, right? I bought the Cambo. Oh no. People are going to laugh as soon as I say this, right?
I know what's coming.
But I was desperate. So what to do? They get a frog, right?
I just think every NHS treatment ever for the rest of our lives should start with they got a frog, right?
Here's the thing, right? A lot of people out there, if you're an animal rights enthusiast, why just love supporting dogs?
I'm just enthusiastic, but I'm not really into it.
So, but basically, there's a frog in the Amazon that creates makes a venom, right?
Right.
And it's a frog venom thing. Nothing to do with detox. Now, a lot of people worry that they kill the frog or they hurt the frog. What they do, it's tie its wee arms and legs and sticks. Just pull this wee frog in the hand. Well, the frog's all bites. Fuck off, seriously. Fuck. And when the frog gets stressed out, it secretes this venom stuff, right? So the frog's all bites. What am I doing here? Like
a fucking.
I've nothing on me. I came out of the house. I've only got Apple Pay.
Like a rotisserie chicken. I'm trying to spin round.
I swear. I'm all one for a bit of hijinks, but this is ripping the ass out of it. Boys, come on now. Come on, you're taking me for some sort of muppet. Fuck me, wish it was with them Budweiser lads. They're way more quick.
Alright, hop on the story. Come on.
So this episode needs to be called Just Ribbitin On.
Done. We never get an episode name sorted as early as that. Done. Right, hold on. No, we shouldn't be laughing at this, right? Because I know of people who have had toad therapy, and they get towed up the hole, right? But this is an actual thing. This is real. It's a genuine thing. We don't want to make it a little bit like this.
It's an alternative.
It's an alternative, yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? It's not fucking big. Big farmers not fucking scraping frogs. Like, so
what's his name?
I looked into it and I was like, right. As things went on, I started thinking, you know what? Fuck, it's worth a chance because
you try anything.
And the next step for me
even though it might lead to death, but
even not. That's true. Well, that's the thing. The next step for me on medications for stress is immunosuppressants.
Yeah,
which could lead to death.
Yeah, okay.
And there's a lot of things that I was even reading up that like various treatments can end up greater chance of getting skin cancer and fucking heart disease and all that sort of stuff, right? So part of me was like, well, fuck it, I'll give it a bash for the wee frog thing. Why not, right? So because the last couple of months gigging like fuck, couldn't make it in time, kept fucking having to cancel appointments, things like that. Eventually nailed it down. I was like, right, next week I'm just taking the week off because one of the things that can happen when you do this Cambo stuff is that it can actually make your condition worse before it makes it better.
Okay, right.
So talking to my girlfriend about it, talking to mum about it, sister, dad, all these different people, talked to Yumz about it. Any men that I knew were going, fuck it, man, give it a bash. Like, you know what I mean? You want to get off them meds. Like, any of the women, and you were like, you're going to get raped. You're going to get raped.
By a toad.
You're going to get raped. This man's going to rape you. This is happening. You're going to get sexually assaulted in the woods. So I arranged the meet.
In the woods?
No. So drove up to an undisclosed location. I won't tell you where it is, just in case. I don't know, right? At the end of the story, if anybody's interested in this,
I got what undisclosed location meant.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just for different reasons. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So the location where I was meeting, first of all, I was like, it's a bit of a fucking weird place to meet.
Right.
Bit nervous with this. Right.
Rape alarm in hand.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So then Cambo practitioner guy comes out, right? I can tell you his name, but
we'll make up a name.
He's asked me not to say his name just because.
I'll give him a name. Graham.
We'll call him Graham.
There you go.
We'll call him Kermit.
Kermit. Excellent.
Right? We'll call him fucking Jacques Cousteau. Huh? Frogman. Get it?
Oh, I got it.
From fucking.
I got it.
Deep sea diving. Frogman. So anyway.
Wee bit stereotypical.
Right. Meet the guy at the car park. First of all, he goes, fuck, that's some car you're driving there.
Oh, of course he did.
You're alright, man.
He's a sound lad.
You can
like
put whatever you want in me.
That's like a fortune teller who's done research beforehand and went, that cunt's obsessed
I
with
was
car.
like, here, lift your fucking, what do you call them? Shakiras? What do you call it? Sarongs? Lift that up. I see your knob, lad.
What's so wrong with that?
So I then had to follow to his house, right, to get the stuff done. And that's when I started thinking, I'm going to get raped. I am going to get raped, right? Because driving through all these wee hills, and there's not much about. I'm like, oh,
could imagine.
No, I haven't even shaved it. Oh, no. Right?
So ding, 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 ding.
Get the guy's house, right? And I'll talk you through the entire thing. Now, it is, some of it's quite hippie, right? Quite fucking sparkly, kind of strange, right?
Love it.
And I usually a lot of it. There were times where I was going, "You should be making fun of this, Mickey," right?
Right.
But then the other part of me was going, "Man, just go with it because you're fucking sick."
Well, that's it. That's the thing. There's no point making fun of it if you're paying for the fucking
exactly,
thing.
yeah. Right. So first step was just fucking. I had to fast for like 14 to 18 hours.
Me,
right?
Cambo,
yeah.
Cambo done for me, mate. That's not the chance I'll see that toad.
Couldn't eat nothing. Couldn't drink water.
For how long?
For 18 hours, something like that. Which essentially meant I just didn't have anything that day.
No,
Do you know what I mean? Like I had my tea and then just didn't have any food.
Oh, I'd have to go to bed or something.
Like that morning.
18
You know what I mean?
hours sleep.
So driving up to, and it was a 2-hour drive to where I was going. I was allowed to sip bits of water, right?
Okay.
But by fuck, I was choking. Like I was really like, don't thank me.
Drive too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
fucking hell.
Fuck, and it was a real hot day as well. I'm like, fucking hell, right? So followed the guy at his house. Had a lovely fucking chat. Really, really nice guy, actually.
Okay.
Really, really sound. Like, fucking told me an awful lot about. He's kind of into some of the stuff we talk about.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
Okay. So
Holistic?
Told me, yeah, you holistic. So
That's what he said to you.
so
The first step is
he was telling me all about how he got into this Cambo and all this stuff. And man, it's fucking interesting story. Nice guy, funny, good dude as well. Fucking good crack, right?
because me and you had a conversation with somebody we know, or I know, but
Yes.
sort of you know, who travelled to Galway.
Yeah.
For like I don't know if it was Cambo, but it was toad treatment type thing.
Yeah.
And swears by it, like in regards to like your mental health and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So I was going for specifically for psoriasis reasons.
Yes.
Right. Now, first step is have a wee bit of chat, get a wee herbal tea. Right. You're like, and you're fucking like, fuck me, thank God, so thirsty. Right.
Man, that's initially the first thing I'd be worried about getting raped.
The herbal tea.
Yeah.
Why? What's
Well,
it?
that's a fucking Cosby special, that.
Herbal tea was a Cosby special.
I don't. Well, give
I
them a
thought they
drink.
put the button in the button pops.
Give them a drink. I mean, you had been pre-warned. Like,
But
you
no,
done
but the
stupid
difference is
things.
Cosby had them tied up like a frog at the end.
Oh,
That's
the
start.
end. That is-
If Bill Cosby turned up, I'd have fucked my psoriasis would have been cured, no problem. You got the flick of feet and the pussy fans. You got the itch and the scratch and the poop and the... I don't know, I can't really do it. There's only so far you can go if we have to start just going into full dimension.
Making noise, yeah.
That's a bit ghost dad. So, first step is do a bit of breathing exercises, right? Fucking relax yourself out. Kermit's all, man, just fucking, hey. Just fucking breathe, hey, right? I'm like, breathing.
And the herbal tea is what? Just
Herbal
like
tea is just fucking it's herbal tea.
Okay.
So then put these eye drops on, right? I had my eyes closed. I
Right.
want to put these eye drops on. Then I want you to open your eyes, right? Open my eyes and I went, oh, this man's pepper sprayed me, right? You couldn't. It wasn't like an eye drop. I don't know what this stuff is.
Right.
It's I can't remember the name of it. But your eyeballs are like just stinging, and the muscles in your face won't let you open your eyes, right? So you're just fully on the bed, like, oh fuck, right? Weirdly, as it faded, I was like, fuck me, I can see better. Right?
Jesus.
Like that quick. I was like,
was it?
Jesus Christ, man, I can see people's thoughts. Right? Next stage then is like a sinus cleansing thing. And
Right.
he used tobacco. It's tobacco and ash from like an Amazon tree, right? All ground up. It's like snuff, right? And it's all kind of fucking spiritual thing,
That's
right?
the peace pipe and all that.
Peace pipe type of stuff, right?
Right,
Where you
okay.
basically put this thing up your nostril and he goes, right, and blows it. It's like getting fucking kicked in the face with pepper spray, right? It's the most painful experience of my entire life. I fucking hated every second of it.
Are you sure this wasn't a BDSM
He,
club
he
or something?
he literally goes, whatever you do, don't breathe in because you'll start coughing, and please don't breathe out because then I'll start coughing, right? So he blows the stuff in your nose and you have to just fucking oots it like,
Oh, no way.
Right.
Like fucking Top Gun.
no, more like a fucking old lawnmower starting. So I'm going like hacking,
Oh, that's
felt
mental.
fucking terrible. Go to do the other nostril because it's all you have to do both sides because one, it's all about getting bad stuff out and good stuff in, right?
Right,
Go to
okay.
the other nostril, absolutely dead on, completely and utterly dead on because the stuff that was still in that nostril flew out. So even he went, oh, got me a bit of tissue. He was like, right.
Mighty.
Fucking,
Cleared you,
man, unbelievable.
I need that.
Absolutely
I go
unbelievable.
just for that alone.
So then the next stage is you're getting ready for the frog poison shit, right?
Right.
So first thing is burns wee holes in your skin. Now, first time getting Cambo, he's like, I would only really do 3 of the wee points. But do you remember that story about the MDMA years ago? He was like, you're a big lad, you'll probably take it. Give me 5 of them, right? So I'm like, no problem. Now, I knew the crack at this point was you have to drink as much, like you basically drank, at the neck 4 pints of water, right?
Now, neck at 4 pints normally isn't a problem for you.
Well, that's what I'd said to him, right? Because halfway in the 3rd pint, he was like, fuck, you're crushing this. And I was like, man, who you fucking talking to? I'm just raging his water. Any shots? No? Don't do a line? Right. So you have the neck 4 pints of water, straight away on an empty stomach, right? And then once we sort of holes, like you've burnt a wee hole in your skin, he then takes a wee bit of the frog venom and puts it over one of them, right?
Okay.
Over one of the wee sort of
How
dots.
does it burn the hole?
Like I want to say incense, but essentially a match.
Right.
Right? He just takes a fucking
Stabs
a
you with
bit
it?
of wood
Right,
and
okay.
goes fucking douche, right?
Right.
I didn't even cry.
You're a big lad.
I've had tattoos before.
You're a
Like,
big
I
lad.
wouldn't even ask for
I would have been in
I wouldn't
tears.
even ask for it. And he's like, 1, 2, 3, go. Like a doctor, he's good. So then he puts the one wee bit of frog venom on, right? And straight away you feel your blood pressure going up, you feel your face getting red.
Right.
And you're like, all you have to do is just kind of breathe through it, right? You just sit there and like, there's a bucket beside you, right? And just in case you have to purge. And I was like, do you know what? I think I'm alright here. And yeah, it's a bit like, I don't know if anyone listens has ever taken speed. I surely haven't, but it's what I imagine taking speed's a bit like. So I was just like, he's like, we'll do the rest of them. I'm like, I'm on ahead, big man, fuck it, I'm ready for it, bring it on, right? He put the other sort of 4 wee things on, and at that point, you can feel your fingers tingling, your toes are tingling, and you're like fucking,
oh, daddy.
right? And you can hear your heartbeat, like in your head, you can hear like,
fuck, yeah.
and I'm like, oh, fuck, but apart from that, it's all right. And then I'm like, you know what, I don't even think I'm going to be, right?
Oh,
And
no way.
I mean,
Projectile.
like, thank the bucket's there, and you just like, do you know whenever the guy's being second Team America?
Right.
That's you just, and it's just water flying at you, and it's more than 4 pints.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I was talking to my ma about it, and she was like, "Well, that's the 4 pints of water you've just drunk." And I'm like, "No, it's way more liquid than that, like."
Right.
And it's luminous,
Fuck.
and like not bile. I mean, it's like fucking like you've drank highlighter fluid. Do you know what I mean? Like ink?
Right.
It's like you could.
Fucking hell.
Do you ever see a Joel Schumacher Batman movie?
Yes.
All the bad guys.
Neon.
yeah. It's like that.
Fucking hell.
And that's probably over in about 15, 20 minutes, something
Right.
like that. If even like you're not booking for 20 minutes, I only booked for.
whatever it is.
It doesn't feel great. It feels like you do for a split second. You're like, this is fucking awful.
Right.
Like this feels terrible. Takes a wee thing of poison off. Gives you got a wee thing of fruit tea, and then he made dal, like a vegan curry thing, right? So you haven't eaten 20 hours, or whatever. So everything tastes. It's like when you wake up in the hospital and you get a bit of toast.
A bit of toast,
like
best
that,
toast you ever
right?
had? Yeah, okay.
Straight away, the guy went, "Your skin looks amazing," and I was like, "Fuck it, it does, doesn't it?" Right? I haven't had a cigarette since last Wednesday. I haven't had a cream for a cigarette.
That's what the person we were talking to said.
Right.
That the cravings were gone completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Had 1 glass of whiskey on Sunday night. Destroyed drunk.
Oh fuck.
Like absolutely fucked.
Oh no, we've a live show on Friday night.
Here, do you know what? I might have to go to Blue Wickets or something. Now I don't know if that's because it's gotten so many fucking bad.
Did you say
No,
Blue
I'm
Wickets?
joking. Obviously, I'm still me. Like fucking hell. I'll be just licking a frog. What the fuck, right?
I'm going to get wrote off. On your behalf.
No, I'll say this much: psoriasis definitely has got worse.
It's got worse.
Well, because one of the things is there's a certain term for it, and it's whenever you do a major detox, any pre-existing conditions you have get worse and then get better.
Oh right, okay.
So I say it's gotten worse. It's gotten better since like yesterday.
Right.
But the day before yesterday, I was like, that fucking frog lying bastard. Fucking dirty, rotten, fucking hippie scum.
That Kermit cunt.
I swear to, tell you what, man, I honestly couldn't recommend enough.
Aye.
Like, even if it doesn't help my skin, I'll do it again.
Yeah, you were saying about the mind sort of.
Brain fog, and we think you didn't know.
We're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gone. Like,
Mad, isn't it?
really, really, like, in a week, I'm like, my ability to fucking solve problems and deal with things, dead easy. I forget, like, I've always been very much like, I'll send that email in a minute, I'm just going to go back to bed 4 hours. That's just not happening at the minute.
Who are you?
Music sounds amazing. Sounds mental.
What have you done with my kid?
Yeah, been washing with like doing my dishes and singing. Like, your taste is fantastic. Your fucking like your senses are amplified after it. I know that sounds, and it's not like
That's mighty, but
I don't mean like Spider-Man style. You're
No,
not
no,
like,
it
oh
just
my
means-
god,
yeah.
I'm immortal.
Yeah,
You're just like,
but you can
oh,
feel
fuck.
the difference, like
Yeah, you just go, oh fuck, not that, oh fuck.
in between choruses.
Yeah. So hopefully it fucking does a wee bit of good to this stuff at some point. But fuck
That
me,
is,
that.
yeah. And then is it a continuous thing? Can you do it multiple times or
I don't know how often you can do it.
Safely?
Like yeah,
Yeah.
but in in short periods of time. I've read some places saying once a year, other places saying 2 to 3 months. Some places saying once every 6 weeks. So I don't really know.
any other positive side effects?
It was like
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, can you last longer?
no, well, yeah, I think so.
See,
Now that I think about it, that's a very good point. I did a fair bit of rattling, like to myself, but still,
giddy up.
I did have a wank the next day, and it was like lightning fluid, like in a good way.
Sir,
Yeah.
bolts just.
Oh, fucking my pants look like Ocho Simple.
With blueberries.
What? Blueberries? What's going on with your genitalia? Have you got genital warts, Colin? Do you have lost heart pace?
I was thinking about the side effects of the toad. Maybe just adding a few lumps on.
Oh, no, that didn't happen. Although, weirdly, I can catch flies in my tongue now. Really good at climbing trees. We see if it change colour.
Happy in water and land.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Fingers smell like bacon. Miss Piggy, remember that joke? No? What's green and sticky and smells like bacon? Kermit the Frog's fingers. Oh, Kirby. Fuck up. Doing?
I know what you mean, Mike. Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't know. We'll just see what comes of it now, because it's definitely now like the whole it getting worse thing.
Yeah.
You do notice it.
But I mean,
like, wow.
well, it doesn't. If it was getting worse and you weren't told that it was, you know what I mean.
Oh,
But
you'd be shitting yourself.
you have been pre-warned, like, yeah.
Totally. And I think that side of that can last from different
Any idea
between.
on time scale or how long it will
See,
be?
it depends, because reading up on it, like I've seen some people saying it's a couple of days, some people say it's a few weeks, and because mine is severe, I imagine it could be another week or so before you start to notice any major. Although, having said, I've noticed major differences compared to when it was really bad the other day. Like the other day was really, really bad.
Okay.
I've noticed that calming down.
And can anybody can go and do this, or?
Yeah, I think you need to be careful. Like the guy who administers it very, very good. Sends you a lot of information about, if you have heart problems or if you've liver problems, like certain things like that. Not advisable to do it.
Right. Okay.
But it's the kind of thing
But it is open to anybody. I'm saying, like.
essentially,
okay.
and it's just a really good experience. Weirdly, just one of those things where I was like, I'm fucking really glad I did that.
It's nice to hear you sound so positive.
Yeah, genuinely just feel.
You said it the other day about how fucking nice it was feeling.
It was class.
Yeah, well, there you are. So it was well worth the break.
I'm in fucking agony, but I don't care.
I'm sore, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
Well, that's deadly. Happy days.
So it's definitely something I would be doing again and recommend to anybody that's into a wee bit trying to, get a wee bit more of a holistic sort of health situation going on. I'm also paying £250 to go to a dermatologist tomorrow and be all, is this okay? Am I dying or anything?
Well, that was the next question I was going to ask. How much was the Cambo treatment?
€120.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, nothing.
That's all right. I was expecting to be hit with some big fucking like £500 or something, something mad because it was so unique.
Right. He's got an Instagram page, but I can't remember what it was or what it's called.
Okay.
He told me to give him a shout. So if you are interested, and if anybody listens is interested in giving it a try or whatever, give me a DM and we'll see if you can get through the vetting process.
Well, there's been a lot of.
What are you saying?
There's been, so just animal related news.
Oh,
Yeah.
Animal related news.
So I've been getting a wee bit of touch this last wee while, Mick, because
Did you get a bit of posture, did you?
I have. No, I didn't. Oh, no. I I've struck up a relationship with a squirrel, right? No, I don't mean a relationship like that. Now stop it.
It's a squirrel at your back garden, like, fuck's sake, Connor, come on. Jesus Christ, boys. I know I said I'd gather nuts.
Put these nuts in your mouth, boy. Store them for the future. No, so Sammy the squirrel has been coming around our house for...
This is such a dad story, like.
It is such a dad story, right? And my daughter, because I went and bought a squirrel cafe, right? And... right, that's fucking... It's class, like, right? So...
Is it,
Sammy...
Is it all like nut milk? And
no, it's only open from 7:30 to 8:30 at night.
Right.
But he knew the times and he was there every evening and he knows the crack. But I get an awful lot of touch from my wife.
A squirrel cafe?
Going, what the fuck?
What's a squirrel cafe look like?
A squirrel cafe. It's
just a bag of nuts.
No, it's a wee house. It's a wee cafe.
What isn't the photo of it?
I have a photo and video with Sammy up in it. No, I fucking love the crack.
You're adorable.
And
you're the cutest man in the world.
Well, I
just imagine you.
There is no wee house, no.
Is it definitely a boy? If you're close enough to find out.
I have been close enough, and
do squirrels have? Can you Google squirrel penis, please, James?
Non-binary, so.
I'm just wondering, does a squirrel's genitals hang out of the?
I never looked at those nuts.
Is it tucked away?
I was always just in love with the way he ate the nuts. But like to take the skin off them.
Oh right.
Like unreal. Left me with all the fucking peelings, you bastard.
We can look after his own cafe. So how long's this been going on? You cute wee fuck, yeah.
It's been going on for a number of weeks, and
it's the first time hearing about it.
Well, it's just because I've been gradually getting them closer. That's a red squirrel of mine. That's Sammy there, though. There he is.
Look at the wee things. Look at that.
Wee grey one. So
can you type in, just put the word erect after that, James, just to see what we're competing against here?
That's it, erect there. Now, anyway, I bought the cafe.
Maybe engorged because it's animals.
I didn't. I didn't apply for any plan permission for. You know what I mean? It's a cafe. I'm just going to open up my own hours. Not going to need any fucking staff or anything. So I gradually brought the cafe closer to the shade of truth each night.
Oh my God, Connor's going to fuck a squirrel, everybody.
And then I got but I was getting them because squirrels, as you would know if you've ever dealt with one, are very fucking
very hard to woo, are they?
Very hard to woo, very hard to get trust with, and very fucking,
kill you too with it.
Well, I don't know, he never got that far, but like any wee slight movement, they're gone, they're away. So I had to gradually desensitize them. What's that? James is showing us a big fucking set of nuts there. So I got him right and close, as close as I could get him without like scaring him. Yeah. And so he's right and close now to the front door. And then, so I've been getting a lot of touch from my family because is it a dad thing? I mean,
That's such a dad thing.
Is it just?
Yeah, it's an absolute dad thing.
Well, came home yesterday, Mike. Monday. Been to the dentist in Belfast. £445 cost me. What a way to start the fucking week.
Fuck me, man, I'd sell that cafe.
Broke my fucking heart. Now on Sunday night, Sammy didn't come.
Right.
The fucker. I thought, you're out riding. And didn't even tell me, right? Monday evening yesterday.
He's observing the Sabbath.
Yesterday, that's what I thought. I said to him, I was like, well, maybe he's busy. You know, maybe he's praying. You know, he's on a wee mat facing east. And stop it.
Square Latin.
Stop it. I came in to our road to see a flat squirrel on the road. And I thought, no, it's not Sammy, because Sammy wouldn't go that far.
Sammy wasn't flat the last time you seen him?
It wasn't flat. He was very fat, actually. I thought I would fatten him up well. I thought I was doing well. So it turns out I might have fattened him too much, and maybe he wasn't as agile as he once was, because Sammy didn't turn up last night either. And my wife went and took photographs for me because I couldn't do it. And oh, basically all I'm trying to say is, I mean, have you ever had it? Have you ever lost a loved one? You talked about it recently. You know, you lost a loved one, and have you ever lost a loved wild animal?
I can't say I have. No.
Heartbreaking, Maggie. Absolutely fucking heartbreaking. So it's been a rough time, and I was thinking about you with the toad. And I'm thinking, at least I'm not getting fucking smoke blown up my fucking nose by a hippie.
Aye, it could be much worse. Right enough, yeah. You could have a fucking friend that's now a frisbee. You should mount them on your wall.
Stop it now.
I'm only joking. Did he die straight away, or did you have to like... I hate this part.
Stop it now. It wasn't right. Like.
It's a shame. So what do you want to do with the cafe?
I don't know what to do about it now because...
You mean more squirrels turn up? Maybe Sammy told us mate.
That's what I thought last.
Maybe you could have the wake there.
Well... I was planning an extension, right? Because I had bought a picnic table.
Sorry for your trouble.
I'd bought a picnic table for out the front of it. A wee tiny one where they can sit at and eat their own nuts that they take out of the cafe. Because the joy of the cafe was, right, it's got a wee flap that comes down. And if you were to hang it up, that's where the squirrel would stand. But Sammy was a big unit, so he couldn't stand in that.
Oh, right.
So...
Sure, you can get him into it now.
So I stupidly had, when the flap was down, I would leave the nuts on the flap.
Right.
And then the wee cunt would just come and steal them.
Right, gotcha.
But when you put them in the cafe, he has to go in and reach in for them.
Right.
And it was so cute the way he'd look out to make sure I'm still... Oh, I swear to God, I'd break your heart.
If only he hadn't been looking for you, maybe you would have seen that car coming. And there's no one I'd rather be.
Make me cry. Oh.
Oh, God, love you.
Remember when Tony Soprano lost the ducks?
Aye. Oh,
that's
fuck,
what
this is gonna happen
that's
to
what
you.
the fuck. I'm gonna kill somebody.
You fucking killed the faintest little animal, you fucking mook.
Well, poor Sammy. What do you do? Sorry for your trouble. It's not. What a tale of woe.
It's not even.
I'm climbing the wrong tree here right now.
Yours completely.
Trying to
Branch out.
No.
You're stumped.
Squirrel. Knock it on.
Anyway, the reason I brought it up, if anyone wants to buy a squirrel cafe, I have one going for free. I'll pay for postage, but
Keep them. You might get more squirrels, man.
nah, I don't know. They'll never be the same.
You fucking meant that. You meant it.
You're gonna make me cry there. Oh, I'm emotional.
Look at me, Sammy. So now I guess it's going on about a month, and now he's just out the front of your house.
He's not even. My thing is, why were you down that far, Sammy? He wasn't even close to my house. He was so far away to the point the first time I drove past, I thought, that's not him. Sure, he wouldn't be down this far. What would be out and wandering this far for? He's no need to go any further.
Maybe he's going to his own house.
No, he lives in our wee sort of area. That's where he lives, in those sort of abandoned.
And can I ask, when you found the deceased, what state was the body in?
Remember the way you described that toad?
Mm-hmm. The face down?
Face down.
Okay. So the assailant, you reckon, came from the south? From Sammy's 6, if we're talking Top Gun terms?
Yeah, I thought it came from Sammy's 6, but I think it knocked it 180 on its ass with the first tire. And then the second one did
the killer blow.
It was the flattening.
And do you think it was a domestic viewer? Could have been a... How wide of a radius did he cast? Because I'm trying to think of how...
He was pretty spread out to the point
Could have been a tractor, man. Could have been a tractor.
I thought tractor, but the marks weren't consistent with a tractor.
Right. Did you draw... we chalk outline around him?
Salt. I didn't use salt.
Aye.
Just to feed the person.
Salt's for slugs, isn't it?
Keep slugs away from him.
Lime is what you need.
Not a show.
When you're trying to get rid of a body.
See, this is the next thing now. And the wife
Was the
doesn't...
tail still out?
The tail was very...
Could have made a kite.
Tail was very, very flat.
Could have done the wee string.
See, I want to have a funeral, right?
I'd go with it. I'll say a few words.
I want to fashion like a wee headstone and all that sort of crack, and but Ian was like, "That's fucking more. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Fuck up, you fucking trout. I'll put you out." But that's my fucking Sammy. And now, see,
Fuck
here's
up,
the thing. Here's the
fucking
thing.
trout.
Here's the thing. Last year, I seen Sammy with Susie, right? I know, and I don't know.
How do you know it was Sammy? How do you know it was Susie?
Because there's two of them.
But how do you know it was Sammy and Susie?
Because Sammy was like, "What's up, man?" You know?
I just said, you know, squirrels are often they're very.
Well, they were.
How would you describe it?
Amorous.
Like Chinese people.
What, good money? By the store of the nuts.
Love fireworks.
Anyway, my only hope left
They
in
all have the
life.
same haircut. Is what I mean.
My only hope left in life is that Susie comes out and, you know, I can assign the gender to her.
Like Susie, but there.
Susie
He
would
always
maybe-
loved flying with you, Connor. Take me to bed and lose me forever. Meow. I feel the
Every time we
need,
come back from
the
that
need
shed-
for seed. Oh,
He always comes back in that shed talking about fucking mad conspiracies. You can't.
Sammy. Dollar McNair's a wee tiny joint. What are you a Connor time of the day? Many wages we have last time, Susie? 17. Fuck.
Oh no!
Sammy's all-
If I see any of his weans, I don't know how to look in the face. Break my heart.
Like that. Stop it. Stop it. That's how you look a squirrel in the face. That's how you do it. Do we show you how you look a trout in the face? That's a trout. Yeah, anything else you want to take? I can show you how to look many animals in the face. Dead easy. Dead easy. Seagull. Fuck. Connor. Oh, fuck. Connor, fuck. Connor, fuck. You look at fucking seagull in the face. Fuck. Connor. Fuck. Connor, fuck. That's how you do your seagull?
Oh fuck!
I'm sweating.
If you didn't laugh, you'd cry.
I said die. So,
needless to say, my family are kind of like yourself, Mike. They're more than happy to celebrate the parting of Sammy, but I've never had a pet.
get yourself a wee pet. Would you get a wee pet? Wee dog or something? Or
Nah.
something to fill the hole?
How would a dog ever live up to a squirrel? Have you seen the squirrel's hands?
No.
Probably called paws, but they shouldn't be. They should be called hands. Because they've like fucking
Thumbs and all?
thumbs and all that crap.
Aye.
And the wee nuts and the wee. The fact that he would take the skins off, man, and
Aye.
put them all in the
Can't cross the road though, can I? My dog knows to stop at traffic. Just said, you think they would have evolved it by now, like?
In my head, what was happening was Susie was caught in the headlights. Sammy pushed her out of the way and got flattened.
Run, Susie.
Died as a hero. He died as a fucking hero.
Aye.
That's the way to go there, Sammy boy.
Joe was going through Sammy's head. The wheel of a Toyota Yaris. I'm awful sorry to hear about your score.
Anyway.
Ah, zut de law.
But what am I going to do with a cafe now? I can't turn it into a bird cafe. I can't turn it into, you know what I mean? What the fuck else have I got? A squirrel cafe can only be a squirrel cafe. It's not going to, because a bird's not going to be able to reach into the back and get a nut from there.
What,
you know what I mean?
rats?
No, sure, there's no hair in their tail. Weird one.
Sort of fuck. This is the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. And 5 days ago, a man put frog poison on me. You fucking prayed to Hare Krishna and all? Is it still weirder?
That's life, Mish. Life is weird and challenging. Full of
Life
obstacles
is
and
a
barriers.
highway. Sorry, Connor.
Anyway, if you know anybody who would like a cafe, give me a shout.
I can't believe that happened.
Neither can I. It fucking broke my heart. What a Monday. What a start to your fucking week. Me out crying like because I can't speak because my mouth's all numb from the dentist with £445 gone. I'm going fucking Sammy. I was fucking raging. Look at the done to my boy.
What way were you going? Do it again.
Too sore.
I know
Emotionally,
I know
physically.
it hurts now, Connor, but it will get better. I did once, and this probably isn't appropriate considering you're so cut about your squirrel. I did once mercy kill a pigeon. No,
As long as it was mercy kill.
Say mercy kill. He didn't look to be physically injured, but he did give me a look as if to say it was time.
Right, okay.
So there used to be.
Called you closer.
There used to be this pigeon. I nicknamed him Charlie, right?
Right, okay.
And he used to live down the sort of the countryside end of my mandad's house.
Right, okay, yeah.
But he was fat as fuck, right?
Right.
So in the mornings, I was still working in the civil service. I'd be driving to work, and he would see my car, but he'd be all, oh fuck, oh fuck. Sorry, mate. Sorry. No. Fuck me. Oh, fuck. Right? So I'd ended up just driving behind this pigeon every morning for ages, right? And he would always walk up to the same bit of the grass and like sort of stand in. But you go.
Hang on, you lad.
On you go. And one day after, but this maybe a month or so went on, maybe more, I was driving to work and he was already at the bit of grass where he was standing. Right. And I'm not making this up. In that he stepped out of the grass, looked at me and like nodded. He looked at me as if, man, you know.
And he drove over him?
Fucking right, it's flat in the cunt.
That's not a mercy kill.
That's
Somebody said hello to you, you just drove over them.
No, it wasn't the way. You should have seen the way.
That's a fuck. I bet you was a culty pigeon.
No, it's
Are you
not.
ever say a culty going?
No, because here's the difference. A culty saying hello, up the ways. A culty pigeon saying, I've had enough of this life
A
now.
culty up the ways is to strangers. Some of you know, you're like, alright, that. You know what I mean?
No, that's more of a sideways one.
No, it's down. But there's next
But it's the one nod.
killed
It's
a
the
pigeon.
one nod. He gave
You
me two
killed
nods.
a
He
fucking
went like
pigeon.
this. He went like this. Look.
And then you
Which isn't
then
hello.
you swerved.
That's Japanese.
And then you
fucking-
swerved into him.
No, it was one lane thing. I just dropped it into second and went faster.
Murdering bastard.
Tell you what's strange about it. When you think when you hit a pigeon that it would just be a case of like doof, doof, like that. It's not. When you look at the back window, it's like somebody kicked a pillow. Fully like everywhere.
Fucking hell.
I also have a friend who killed a seagull one time because they caught a seagull. Remember I was showing you how to do that earlier? And give it a blowback. The fucking thing died. I know that could be an urban myth, couldn't it?
Probably.
I think it would be an urban myth.
Killed the pigeon. That is.
Friend's dad pulled the head off a wood pigeon one time. Told you about that, didn't I? Shot a wood pigeon, and then was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to." Didn't kill it. Was like, "I'm gonna have to put it out of its mercy, or out of his, put it out of his,
Put out of his misery.
out of his misery. Give it a wee bit of mercy.
Show mercy, yeah.
Show mercy. Put it out of his misery." And he was like, "I'll trying to show my mate." He was like, "I'll just show you now. I'm gonna break the bird's neck and just show you how to do it." And he like had the bird to my friend's face like that, and, went, and just ripped its head off and then poked on it. Happened to a friend of mine.
Who booked on it?
The dad. Because he ripped his head off by accident.
Oh, he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it wasn't at all. Pigeon,
Okay.
pigeon
I
was
thought
on
he
two
done
bits.
badness to the child.
My dad, one time we were kids, shot a wood pigeon. He used to have a shotgun, legally owned, of course. It wasn't a punishment thing or anything. It didn't owe him his points. Hey, don't you give me your fucking money, you piece of shit, you. Don't fucking talk to me like that. But he shot a wood pigeon and it fell over a hedgerow into the next field.
Right.
And me and my friend and my dad went looking for it. Right? Like, couldn't find this wood pigeon.
Fucking Call of Duty.
And my friend found it and it was still alive. And my dad was like, oh, I'm going to have to put it out of its misery. And then the pigeon was like looking at me and my mate. And my dad put the gun like there and it was like, they go some distance across grass whenever they're shot up, like up close. Like it was, do you know,
Like,
do you
I
know
would
in
say
Back to the
anybody
Future where
goes
it's
some
just
distance
smoke
when
and
they're
fat?
shot in a fucking
No, but
shotgun
do
to
you
the
know,
head.
do you know whenever like in Back to the Future there's just like smoke There's like a tire track of it. That's kind of what it looked like. There was a good 10 feet of just fucking pigeon entrails and smoke.
And why were you killing pigeons?
Man, they knew you should have been there. Like, we told them.
So it wasn't even for food or anything?
Nah, man, we've got like a
little forest?
The thing about it is, our people were put in Lurgan just after World War II.
Right.
Now, the pigeons were already there.
But you were anti-pigeon?
But fuck them.
Yeah, okay.
That's our holy... My family come from Lurgan, but we were dispersed during the Great Pogrom.
Right, okay.
And then we were put back in Lurgan after the end of the war.
And you would have been seen as very middle of the road.
You would have thought that way. But it
they
turns
were left wing and right wing.
Very wingy. Yeah. And...
Sorry.
Do you know what I mean? We don't like the way they come into our area. Can I make an Israel-Palestine reference?
Supposed to be.
Is that coming across?
Not really. No.
No,
it's supposed to be an inclusive space for all.
I fuck them. Like.
So
the reason my dad was shooting wood pigeons is because it's the only thing you're allowed to shoot.
Somebody didn't touch normal pigeons.
No, actually, they're dead on.
Just the ones.
Take them to weddings and all. Just the wood ones.
All right. Okay.
They're easier to hit because obviously they're made of wood, so they can't fly.
It's just your uncle from a tree throwing.
Yeah. It was actually just
Shoot Dad, Paddy!
He was just shooting boomerangs. Not for Instagram. Oh, thank God. I'm fucking too warm.
Well, it was very warm.
Here,
And
let's wrap this up and jump over to Patreon.
I'm still in mourning.
Let's go do questions on Patreon with this roasting.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks for listening. Up with Cambo. By the way, I'm going to be going on tour in August, and the Waterfront Hall shows are available. So keep your eyes peeled for some fucking cool shit that's happening. And we'll see you on Friday night.
And believe it or not, I'm going on tour.
Fucking
No.
no. What
the fuck? Yes.
Do it again.
I'm going on tour.
What the fuck?
I know. I never thought it would happen. That's what's
Sorry.
That's what's going to.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. In November, December time. So we'll announce in venues.
Big boy Connor doing a tour.
Well,
About fucking time, son. About time. Get all the fucking scores you want. All that
Do you
tour
know what I'm really excited about? I'm getting to support Roy Walker. I told you that last week, did I? No, did I tell
Where's
you?
this? When's this happening?
I'm supporting him in August in Newcastle
Class.
with Paddy McGahey.
Class.
What a lineup.
Oh, here. I'm going. What date?
The 11th of August, I think. It's a Thursday night or something.
If it's a Thursday, I might be free.
Ooh, we did.
Because Roy loves an old sesh, like.
Oh, does he?
Oh, he likes a pint.
Oh, Jesus.
I've done a regular one with him one time.
Oh, fuck. Right, okay. I need to prepare myself.
That was 10 years ago, so he was only 82 at the time. But I reckon he still got it.
I'll bring the edibles just in case.
Oh, good man. Right. See you on Friday night. All the best. Bye.
Fuck.
What's up, motherfuckers?